Golden Blue Tube here with you. First of all, I've had a lot of time on my hands since all this stuff is going on, trying to come up with my own thing. And I got to thinking the other day, I'm going to do my own realignment based on geography just to see how it looks. So what I did is I came up with 4 power conferences, 20 teams each, and 10 teams per division. So I had to bump up some teams and slide some teams over to make it all even. And this is what I came up with. First of all, I had to rename 2 conferences to make it make sense to me. First, the Pac-12 became the Big Pac. West and East, 2 divisions. Also, the Big 10 became the Big 20 because there's 20 teams. Big 20 West, Big 20 East. So first of all, let's look at the Big Pac. The Big Pac West. First we have Washington, Washington State, Boise State, Oregon, Oregon State. We also have Utah right on that line. They're going to go in the West. Then we have Cal and Stanford, UCLA and USC. And then for the Big Pac East, we have Wyoming. They got bumped up. And we have Utah State, BYU, Air Force, Colorado State, Arizona State, bumped up New Mexico, and also Texas Tech, far enough west to where they'll go into the Big Pac East. So the next conference is the Big 20, formerly the Big 10. So in the West we have Minnesota, Wisconsin, we have Northwestern, Illinois, Iowa State, Missouri, Kansas State, and Nebraska. Big 20 East. We have Michigan State, Pitt, Ohio State, Cincinnati, Indiana, Purdue, and Notre Dame. We also have Kentucky and Louisville being bumped into the Big 20 East. So here's what the SEC would look like in my scenario. Well, we have Oklahoma State, Arkansas. We have Texas, TCU, Baylor, Texas A&M, and Houston. Arkansas, Memphis, that little bitty slide. I had to bump Memphis up to make this even, and then LSU. So the SEC East would be Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Alabama, Auburn, and then I took Florida State out of the ACC and put them in the SEC. Georgia Tech in there, Georgia, and Clemson. Finally, the last conference, the ACC. Here's how it would look. The ACC North, Boston College, UConn. I didn't like bumping them up, but no other team made sense. Syracuse, Penn State, Rutgers, Maryland Navy, West Virginia, and Virginia Tech. And then we have the ACC South. Appalachian State got bumped up to make it even. And then we have Wake Forest, Duke, North Carolina, and North Carolina State. South Carolina in the ACC South. That would be interesting. And then we have Florida, South Florida, Central Florida, and Miami. And that rounds them all out. This would be 4 conferences, 20 teams per conference, 10 teams per division, exactly equal. What do you think? Would you like it if your team ended up in this scenario, or would you absolutely hate it? Personally, I'd be all right with it, but some people might not like it. That's all I got for you today. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.